Hey, 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 let's go. Oh, oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, 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 let's go. Oh, oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, 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 let's go. Oh, oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this? Alright, bro. Jesus, we get it. 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 WWW. Yeah. What's up, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing today, man? How y'all doing? What's up, Colby Covington Burner? What's up, Bahai? What's up, King Thursday? What's up, Diener? What's up, Diener? What's up, Long Live Mech Warrior? What's up, BL Suds? How y'all doing today, man? It's a good day to be alive. We got dude, dude. I don't know. How do you? My question of the day is, how do you guys feel about Ilia Topuria being like so friendly with these guys? I don't know. It's giving gay. No, it's giving weird a little bit. It's giving zesty. It's giving it's giving something's weird is going on. Why is Ilya so nice? Dude, these guys were literally in the sauna together. Maybe they're gay, you know? Maybe they actually don't like fighting. They just like to roll around with other sweaty men half naked, you know? It's given Diddy. Yeah. John Jones tried so hard to pretend he wasn't gay but got in trouble. Yeah. Kaikar France shutting Pantoja lights out? No. Kaikar France? Dude, I'm tired of pretending like this whole, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say this. I might regret saying this, but dude, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see the whenever I see the dances, you know, when they're super serious and like they're sticking out their tongue and they're screaming, right? I cringe. I'm really sorry. I cringe. Or when Kaikar France does like that and he sticks out his tongue, I'm like, dude, please stop it, man. Please stop it, bro. Dude, Brock's chin is gonna melt into butter. I believe that. I agree. Ilya was never mean guy. He just beats fans' favorites. We treat him like the villain. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that Ilia Topuria is mean or I expect him to be mean, but it's just like, don't go into a sauna with your opponent. Like, these guys are naked in a sauna and they're touching each other's thighs. Like, this is not, since I thought this was UFC embedded, not UFC embed my cock into your ass. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's weird. Topuria might lose now. Yeah, Topuria looks small. Dude, Topuria looks like barely bigger than Kaikar France. He looks smaller than Raul Rosas. He looks the same size as Marab, and he looks way, way smaller than Terrence McKinney. It's not looking good. Aboriginal cringe. Yeah, they look stupid. Not gonna lie. Yeah. True. Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one. But bro, whenever I see those videos and they do like protests in like Australia or New Zealand, and they're gonna go do like protest in the streets, and they're just like, right? And they go, ah. If I saw that and I'm a politician, I'm being like, bro, what the fuck is this? I saw some shorty try protesting, and all she did was the dance. Like, that's not protesting. Doing an Aboriginal dance in a crowd of people is not protesting. That's just dinner and a show. You know what I mean? Like, wait a minute. I didn't know they were doing a flash mob here. What's going on? But I think it's absolutely despicable. I hate it. And I'm tired of I feel like I'm the only guy who hates it. Like, whenever I see the Kaikar France doing like the traditional Aboriginal dances, I always see people like, oh, that culture's so dope, this and that, this and that. I'm just like, I'd rather not do that ever in my entire life, ever. Like, if I could go my entire life without doing the dance, I'd be like amazed. I'd love that. Bro, Kenny Okoye picked Kaikar France to beat Pantoja, did a whole stylistic breakdown, and Kaikar France has a perfect style to beat Pantoja. I doubt it. You guys want him to talk shit to a guy who can't even speak English? No, I don't want him. I don't want Ilya to talk shit to Charles. I just want him to not be gay with each other. I don't want them to be sweating in a sauna naked, like flirting with each other. Like, that's just not what I want. You're already making me angry as I'm watching this. I'm so angry. My ribs are sweating. Okay. Yeah, I don't like Okoye picked him. I was saying before him, though. You just wanted to be unique. You thought you were going to be the only person to pick Kai Kara. Yeah, I'm actually the only guy to pick Kai Kara. Yeah. Dude, I laugh. I think Kenny Okoye is super unintentionally funny. I think he's super unintentionally funny. Because he breaks, dude, Kenny Okoye will spend 2 hours breaking down a fight only to get it, like, completely wrong. Kai Kara will spend 6 hours of his day gathering notes and doing film study only for none of it to happen or take place. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't put enough effort into watching stuff, but... Okay, this is why, dude, there's so many memes about Kenny Okoye. I think I can't tell if he's doing it as a joke or not, because there was one time when it's like he did a stylistic breakdown on Bilal versus JDM, and he's like, yeah, JDM can't fight on the back foot. Right? Or it was someone else. It was either JDM or someone else. They're like, yeah, he just can't fight on the back foot. It's just like a fighter who can totally fight on the back foot. Dude, imagine being a fighter and scrolling on YouTube, and you see Kenny Okoye stylistically breaking down how you fight, and it's just like you're like some guy from the favelas who your mom got shot, your brother got shot, sister got shot. You went from like nothing to something, and then lo and behold, at the end of your career, you're just getting video breakdown by Kenny Okoye, who says you can't fight on the back foot. I'd be like, yeah, bro, what is this? This kid's a genuine virgin. But you're not naked in the sauna. Get your mind out the gutter, bro. You're not naked in the sauna. I'm naked in the sauna all the time, and I'll be having my meat out too. Sometimes I even be stroking it, just in the sauna, just sweating my ass off, just chatting away. So what'd you guys think about the game? It was not a great game. That's me. That was Charles. He came in and put his arm on his thigh. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Charles did that. It's really weird. Charles by decision plus 1600. Yeah, Charles could win by decision. Topuria looks like a flyweight. I wouldn't say flyweight, but bantamweight, yeah. Armin, how tall? 5'7". We all know you practice the dance in your free time. Nah. I'm on like 1 or 2 inches taller than Ilya. Ilya walks around weight is supposedly 190. Yeah, I heard Ilya Topuria has dense bones, but I feel like that's just like people on the internet just making up stuff so they can they don't say Ilya's just a short little guy. It's a good style matchup for Kai Kara. No, I don't think so. I think Kai Kara's weakness is the jiu-jitsu. I think he can get out jiu-jitsed. I think Pantoja can out jiu-jitsu him. And Kai Kara France, what is he known for? He's known for having like decent striking and great and like exceptional takedown defense. But it's like when you're fighting Pantoja, who's just all heart. Like, he's all heart. He's gonna melt. He's gonna melt Kai Kara, and he could submit. I think he could submit Kai Kara France too. You're choosing Pantoja, to win, but people forget, man, that Kai Kara France has good takedown defense. That's like the one thing people don't forget about Kai Kara France. That's literally all you see on like TikTok is Kai Kara France takedown defense against like that one Russian guy when he's on like one leg, right? Glazing a dude who had you sounding nervous. I'm not glazing a dude. You're making me so angry. My elbows, bro. What? Pantoja robbed Moreno. Pantoja literally lost to Moreno. I mean, I wouldn't say he literally lost to Moreno, but I mean Moreno looked pretty good. But Moreno's better than Kai Kara. Moreno's better than Kai Kara. But I mean, how'd you BL Studs? How did you score that fight? How'd you score that fight? Askarov out grappled Pantoja. Yeah, but it's different. It's different types of grappling though. You got to look at stylistically though. What's up, man? Long time no see. Yes, long time no see. I totally remember you. Yes, I remember you. Totally. Your name is Zark81. That's what I remember. Moreno 1, 2, 3, 4 against Pantoja. Interesting. Pantoja's style relies on him getting clean, and he's getting hit clean, and he's 34, and Kai Kara France has elite takedown defense. But I think Pantoja's got a chin on him. He's all heart. He has better grappling than Kai Kara. I think Pantoja got it in the bag. But I could see Kai Kara winning a decision, but I think the pressure of Pantoja is gonna absolutely melt Kai Kara. In public saunas, you're supposed to have shorts on at least? Nah. His coach said he walks around 190. They lying. Pantoja can't get out-Jewed. I didn't know he's Jewish. He has a power that Moreno and Royval lacked, and he's gonna clean on Pantoja. Did y'all see everybody talking about how Charles Oliveira supports Israel? Y'all see that? Dag doesn't know Askarov. No, I know who that is. I just forgot his name. Stop it. It was 3-2 either way. Pretty close, yeah. Moreno was down 2-0 against Kai Kara France, getting whipped in... What? Moreno was not down 2-0 against Kai Kara France. I haven't seen the scorecards, but I remember the fight. He was winning the fight. It was. So one judge had it 2-0 Brandon Moreno. Another judge has it 2-0 Kai Kara, and then the third judge had it 1 apiece. What's up, Shadi? Yeah, maybe pressure does get to him, but I think it's a good matchup for him. I mean, stylistically, when you don't look at the X's and O's, then yeah, for sure. You think Joshua Van will win this Saturday? No. I think Brandon Royval is super underrated. Super underrated. I think if Brandon Royval does two things, if Brandon Royval can stay at distance, right, and use his long legs, as well as use his if Royval can grapple, then I think it's gonna be good for him. Bro doesn't know about Jew Bronx. I know about Jew Bronx. Yeah. Kai Kara created a huge cut on Brandon Moreno's eye. He did do that. And then what happened? Kai Kara France was looking good though, I thought. Yeah, he was picking up momentum. In the third round, he really started to pick up momentum. Felipe Lima by decision? Yeah, I think Felipe Lima wins by decision or submission. Dag been gooning more than streaming, bro? Probably, yeah. Look, man, when a 65% typology picker tells you something, just listen, kid. I'm 92%. Okay, I'm 92% pick rate on typology. Okay, buddy? Royval just makes me hate him for no reason. Why? What is Royval? Royval doesn't even speak, bro. Royval doesn't even speak. So, but man, all these freaking Glazers on. Dude, I just despise. I despise when a fighter goes mainstream. I don't know about you guys, but it's like, like, have you guys ever seen those people who like a certain musician, and then that musician goes mainstream, and then you kind of just don't like that musician, not because you don't like him, but it's like, you like to be like that underground dude. Joshua Van used to be underground, okay? Joshua Van used to be underground. Philip Lima used to be underground. Now all these guys are mainstream, and it's like I absolutely despise that. Where did Charlie Oliveira show his support for Israel? When he well, he's an evangelical Christian, and that's what they believe. That's what they believe. You see it all in like southern states as well in America. That's like the type of Christianity they are. It's like the weird support for Israel. You have an 8% pick rate on Tapology? Yeah, sure. I bet it's like you only pick main cards. If I only picked main cards, I'd have 110% pick rate on Tapology, which isn't even physically possible, but I genuinely would break. If I only picked main card fights, would break the space-time continuum. You should download that. I have crazy pick rate. It's not a download, Diener. It's if you search up Tapology, I have like deja vu. Why do I have deja vu? Search up Tapology. It's basically where it's like you can keep track of your picks. You think Marab's on EPO? Yes, he's on steroids, 100%. I think Marab's on steroids. Carlos Leal's on steroids. Kaikar France on steroids. Volkanovski. I think prime Volkanovski. Steroids. I think Van matches Royval's output and outboxes him. I see Royval landing a knee that hurts him. Yeah, I think that's how you beat that's how you beat a guy like Joshua Van. The knees and uppercuts up the middle, right? Because he's so short, right? So he's looking up. He's looking up at you. So he's not going to be seeing an uppercut till it's like right here, Vinicius Oliveira is still underground. Is he though? My new favorite underground fighter is Brendaro Sopaj. That is my favorite underground fighters is Brendaro Sopaj and Philip Lima, but I think Philip Lima is going to become mainstream, especially if he beats Payne Tabit, who gets dude, why is Payne Tabit getting asked questions about Frank Ocean by the most cringiest Discord neckbeards on the planet? Did y'all see the media day questions? One guy asked Payne Tabit, he's like, do you think you can ask Frank Ocean to release music? Excuse me. Yeah, Mr. Tabit, just over here. Yeah, no, just over here. No. Oh, no, on your right. Oh, no, down a little bit. Yeah, right here. Do you think you can ask Mr. Ocean to release some new music? And he's like, dude, what if they like broke up? What if they broke up? You know how weird that would be? That's like asking Brian Ortega a question about Tracy Cortez. Excuse me, Mr. Brian Ortega. Yeah, just over here. Yeah, just down. Yeah. I have a quick question, Mr. Ortega. Can you ask Trace Cortez to release another Instagram post, please? Can you tell her to drop? What do you want me to drop, man? Can you tell her to drop an Instagram post, preferably of her feet, please? Thank you. Of her soles. Maybe she could do like a pose. I'll send you the picture of what I want her to do. Yeah, man, that's not my girl no more. What's up, Hackle? Yeah, I used to listen to Suicide Boys in 2016. Now they have 15-year-old TikTok edgelords as fans. Yeah, true. Bro, you picking Pantoja and Ilya? Yes, I'm picking Pantoja and Ilya. What? What is Kaikar France done? What has Kaikar France done? This guy's beaten who? Who is Kaikar France beaten? Steve Urseg. Congrats, bro. Steve Urseg's biggest win is a freaking loss against Pantoja. Who's Kaikar? Kaikar France lost to Amir Albazi and Brandon Moreno, and then he beat Urseg, a one-fight win streak, done nothing. And you think, oh yeah, dude, he's the next big thing. It's TikTok fan. What kind of Christian is Bryce Mitchell? What kind of Christian is Bryce Mitchell? The German kind. Leal is clean. What do you mean? Yeah, Leal is totally clean for sure. Pretty sure deja vu pops up if you're sleepless. I don't know. Yes, Kenny Okoye said so. What is with Kenny Okoye Glazers, man? Vinicius Oliveira, smash your boy. Ah, dude, chill out. Kenny Okoye Glazers should not be a real thing. I think Kenny Okoye, the words Kenny Okoye and fan should never be in the same sentence. You know what sentence should never be said by any human on earth? I'm a Kenny Okoye fan. That's a sentence that should never be said on earth. Do you think Amavov is the most underrated fighter in middleweight division? I mean, his resume is crazy right now. No, the most underrated in middleweight right now is probably Jared Cannonier. It's a great question. It's a great question. Yeah. Actually, I got Topuria Kaikara. Okay. Peak impressions. Topuria and Kaikara are winning. Okay. Peep server. I will in a sec. Talbot wants you lock your doors. Did you see Arturo Liver shot the fan? He's always punching people, yeah. Could you put on a good word for the lady in the back at home for me? Been broken up for months, yeah. Payne sees you the way Liver King sees Joe Rogan. Payne does not see me the same way Liver King sees Joe Rogan. Liver King is going off like the skits. I think Liver King somehow developed CTE. You know, I think Raw Liver has definitely taken a deep dive in terms of raw liver stock. Because dude, if I saw the Liver King and the way he's acting, he's never been in a fight, but this guy just has CTE somehow, right? I never buy in raw liver. This guy has CTE developed via eating raw liver. Crazy. How fast does Joe Rogan kill Liver King? I don't know. Kenny's sassiness just annoys me. True. He made a few mistakes versus Pantoja, still made it razor close. Okay. Okay. Peep server. Vinicius and Saeed gassed so hard in round 2. Yeah, Saeed gassed, bro. I've never seen someone gas that hard. Saeed gasses so quickly. It's rough. It's a rough watch. It's a rough watch. Dag, who do you got for UFC Fight Night at Adesanya versus Whitaker 3? That's never happening again. Payne is cute. No. Liver King's so many balls, he's going nuts. What? He has tired strength? Joe Rogan or Liver King? Both of them kind of got tired strength. The Liver King changed my life for the better. Stop talking bad about him. Yeah, my apologies, man. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir, Liver King. If I ever ran into Liver King, I'd probably get on my knees. No, I'm kidding. Bro eats fast food but thinks raw meat is bad for you. I don't eat fast food. What is that? Dude, I literally don't touch receipts, okay? I don't eat Red 40. I only eat like raw organic things like frickin' Chick-fil-A, dude. Ilya looked very solid at 155. He looks small though. He looks really small right now. Do you see the server? Not yet, man. Once I get through all the chats, I will. Who's next for Jizzy? Sean Strickland rematch. You still have popcorn lung? No, I don't. It's just it's allergies this time of year. I don't know. Allergies. I don't know why I'm getting allergies this time of year. It makes no sense. I feel like I would have had it before, but dude, my nose is fricked up, man. I only eat organic foods like dude, you know, oh no, like ketchup chips, dude. Why Peyton Talbot kinda? No, Peyton Talbot is not a hear me out type of guy. I don't want to hear any of y'all say hear me out when referring to Peyton Talbot. Okay, don't even think about saying that. You read Islam is struggling to make weight. Who do y'all think he can lost to at 170? Oh, Islam loses to JDM, Shavkat, Sean Brady. He beats Kamaru, beats Leon. loses. I think Islam probably loses to Mike Mallet, and that's I think that's a fight to make. Once Islam loses to JDM, Islam Mike Mallet. That's a great fight. That's a fight we need to see. And I think Mike in a 3-rounder, okay? In a 3-rounder, we got to see that fight. That's a great fight. That's a great fight. About to have some raw steak with raw eggs and avocado and a glass of raw milk with fruit with a raw honey on it while getting rawed. Bro, what? Crazy. Chick-fil-A. That looks like who? Bro, I'm schizophrenic when y'all say names. I do kind of look like this guy. He's a pretty handsome guy. I agree. If Jizzy loses again to Strickland, he should retire. Nah. If Izzy loses to Strickland, which he won't, he should fight for the belt. I think he should fight for the belt. I think if he wins, he fights for the belt. If he loses, he fights for the belt. Because I want to see Hamzat versus Izzy, and then I think right after Hamzat beats Izzy in his first title defense, I think Hamzat got to retire, just because what else is there to do in the UFC? You know, he's already proven his legacy. He's already proven he's better than everybody. So he needs to get in, get his money, get out. That's what I think Chimaev needs to do. And then I think he needs to go fight Conor McGregor in boxing. Do Canadians actually like ketchup chips? Yeah, they're pretty good. I think African Canadians like ketchup chips more than white people, white Canadians. Izzy's beaten Sean easily in a rematch. Yeah. No, don't do Canada like that. That would be humiliation for Canada. Why? Mike Mallet would destroy Islam. Mike Mallet would completely fraud check Islam. And people would be like, dude, no way. No way, dude. No way. And then the Canadian's going to, and then Mike Mallett's going to get on the on the mic after the fight and say, we stand on guard for thee. Dude, I just beat Islam Makhachev. Canada, we stand on guard for thee. That's great. That's what I want to see. People act like Topuria knocking out Max is really impressive. Meanwhile, Max is literally the most hittable fighter, always open for hooks. I wouldn't say he's literally the most hittable fighter just because he's not literally. I don't think you understand what the word literally means. I don't think you understand what that means. Strickland is a bad stylistic matchup for Izzy. Can't land clean on Strickland and he'll walk him down the whole time. Nah. Izzy just had a bad night against Strickland. If the Izzy that fought Mavov fought Strickland, dude, I'm telling you right now, Sean Strickland is only good when he's on short notice. He's one of the few guys that are only good on short notice. Sean Strickland gets exponentially worse the more notice you give him for a fight. Are you going to follow my advice to get money? Nope. People still acting like that was a fluke. Strickland also pretty good at checking kicks. No, that was a fluke. Yeah. No. The Strickland Adesanya fight was a fluke. 100%. That was a fluke. Dag about to start no, I'm not. About to start an OF, man. With gooch picks. No way. Hamzat gets a gift wrapped first title defense if he fights Izzy. No, dude, that's a tough fight. People forget Izzy's like the best middleweight of all time. So that's a legacy fight. You know, we need legacy fights. Islam said if Oliveira took Ilya down, he will submit him easily. Really? Interesting. Hamzat versus Mavov is the best fight in middleweight division? No. Best fight in middleweight division is Hamzat versus Kyle Baralho. Mavov, the guy who Strickland schooled on a week's notice after going 5 rounds with Jared a month before. Yeah. The guy isn't wrong. Izzy needs distance to fight well. Sean won't allow that. No, not true at all. Izzy doesn't need distance. Look what he did to Robert Whittaker. Look what happened when Robert Whittaker tried to close the distance. This guy, you know, Robert Whittaker's a guy who's known for closing the distance with his blitz. With his karate blitz. 3-2 versus DDP in the first. People act like Strickland sucks still. Yeah, I know. Strickland beat Drickus in the first fight. 100%. Sean is such a boring fighter. Like, bro, even Bilal feels way better than him. Oh, yeah. Sean Strickland one of the most boring fighters ever. You know, I never really noticed Sean Strickland climbing up the rankings. Did you guys know Sean Strickland before he fought Alex Pereira? I was never really like, I never really thought about Sean Strickland before even until after he fought Pereira. Like I didn't really care or notice Sean Strickland until after he fought Pereira. Maybe it's because he was an Apex legend. I wasn't really like a huge Apex guy before. Is he leg kicks at range so terrifying? Kyle Barrow's coming for that belt. He's gonna try to come for the belt, but no. You ain't gonna get it. No, not today. Not today. That presser destroyed Izzy? Yeah. I have a reaction to that presser back when it happened. Fluke or not, I will never forget drinking until 6 a.m. in Iceland. Going crazy watching Strickland dog walk Izzy. Good memory. I remember that fight. I remember watching that fight. That was a good fight. Dude, I literally called it. I made a video breaking down Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya, and I say Izzy's biggest weakness is the jab, because he literally gets hit with a jab by everybody. And I also said that Sean Strickland's biggest strength is the jab. Right? I said Sean Strickland is a pretty interesting fight. I think Izzy's going to win, but you got to remember that Izzy's biggest weakness is a jab, and Sean Strickland's best technique that he has is the jab. So it could, I'm pretty sure I even said like Sean Strickland could just out jab Izzy to a decision. Bro doesn't know about Sean versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. I don't. That was a long ass time ago. What the fuck? If MMA allowed, Sean would fight with spoon and fork in his hands. Maybe. Whitaker won the rematch versus Izzy, by the way. Yeah, it was a close fight. What program do you use to edit? Also, how's it going? What program do I use to edit? Why my edits are really good, eh? I mean, no, I'm just that guy. No, I use Premiere Pro, Adobe, because I use it for other stuff as well. So I just have it and I pay for it every monthly and shit. But you can like pirate it. You can get the cracked version. That's what I use. It's going good though. How are you, man? Sean Strickland's not a boring fighter. You're just a casual. Jesus, I'm not reading all that. This is just cope. Sean Strickland coping. I knew Sean Strickland since Come On Jack. Yeah. Come On Jack. Yeah. How much is it? I don't know. Don't you? I'm not Google Unk MMA. What the fuck? Do you not have Google? Damn, $23 a month. Yeah. It definitely puts a hole in your pocket. He's not Jewish. That's something a Jewish guy would say. Strickland schooled Uriah Hall but KO'd Brendan Allen. Yeah, he KO'd Brendan Allen against the fence. I think Brendan Allen's pretty underrated. I think he's one of the guys who's underrated. Keep my dog's name out your mouth. Yeah. Also schooled Hermanson. Yeah. Dude, I remember when Hermanson threw against Roman Dolidze. I think it was Roman Dolidze. That's when he got the calf slicer, right? Brendan Allen's completely underrated. Don't even hate. Everybody hates on Brendan Allen. What did Brendan Allen do, man? I like Brendan Allen and Marvin Vettori. I don't like the fight. I think that's a terrible fight that I really don't care about. But in terms of like people, I like those guys. Brendan Allen does not look soy. Dude, can you believe Kevin Holland versus D-Rod is the co-main event of 318? Dude, how bad of a card is 318? How bad of a card is 318? Marab said Dolidze made Hamza tap in practice. Sure. Marab. Okay, buddy. A weird question, but who's the most unhygienic fighter in the UFC? Anshul Jabli. Definitely Anshul Jabli. That's not racist. D-Rod. Yeah. Isn't he fighting D-Rod? Bro, I thought D-Rod was cut. Was he not? Dude, I swear D-Rod was cut. Was he not cut? Dan Ige, Patricio Pitbull is on 318. Paulo Costa, Roman Kopylov. Okay, it's actually a good card. 318 is actually a good card. Holland Gunnar Nelson too. Yeah. No way. Unchul is clean as fuck. Okay. Marvin Brendan Allen co-main. I thought they put a Holland versus D-Rod on as co-main. Good card. It's actually a good card. Brendan Allen kind of corny and try hard. He's like a white Corey Anderson. Yeah. There's levels. There's levels. That's when he KO'd Johnny Walker, right? There's levels. When everybody thought Johnny Walker was the guy to beat John Jones. Dude, there's 15 fights on 318. 15 fights? Dude, look how stacked this card is. Holloway versus Dustin Poirier, Marvin Vettori, Brandon Allen. Dude, Danny Gay versus Patricio Pitbull, Paulo Costa, Roman Kopylov. Dude. Kevin Holland, D-Rod, Adam Fuckett versus Islam Dulatov. I mean, Ikram versus Farhea. Neil Magny, Gunnar Nelson, Oliveira, Phillips. I think Phillips is going to win that one. That's probably an underdog pick. Dude, Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Prachnio. I mean, dude. This is actually a good fight. Daniel Zellhuber versus Michael Johnson. Ryan Spann versus Bresky. Valentin. Francisco Prado. Like, these are actually good fights. It's a bunch of midly good fights. Nothing stands out, but it's like overall pretty good. Your picks suck? No, they don't. How is Crute not cut? What, bro? Because Crute has wins over guys like Paul Craig. Did he beat Paul Craig? He has a draw with Alonzo Menifield in a banger fight. Draw with Bellato. I feel like the UFC can't cut someone on a draw. Why are they doing Ikram like that? What do you mean? They're not doing him. They said Unchul smells like what? Anthony Hernandez destroyed Brendan Allen. Bro, that was a close fight. What are you talking about? Why are they giving Pitbull ranked fights? Probably because they want to boost Yair's win before he fights. For National Fight Week, it's mid. Missing a real co-main. Oh, Colby Covington Burner, are you a casual? Did you just expose yourself as a casual? Because 318 is not International Fight Week. This week is International Fight Week. What's wrong with Moicano's shoulder? I'm not sure. It's been like that for a while. You just aren't smart enough to understand the reasoning behind his picks? Yeah. Colby, we're already in International Fight Week? Yeah. Yeah, bro. I hate to break it to you, but this is International Fight Week. You know what's bad when people don't even know it's International Fight Week? This just seems like another... Dude, imagine if they, I don't know, did something for International Fight Week. Dude, you know what they should do for International Fight Week? They should do unlimited foot jobs from Trace Cortez for International Fight Week. Fly all UFC fans out to get unlimited FJs by Trace Cortez and Alexa Grasso. Wouldn't that be a banger? That'd be fire. I'd love that. They'd never do that, though. They don't love their fans like that. They don't love their fans. Remember Merab versus Sean? Yeah, when the first fight when Sean O'Malley got robbed. Dude, Sean O'Malley should have never fought Merab in a rematch. Why? Because Sean won the first fight. It's a bunch of corrupt Mexican judges. They're just mad Sean O'Malley's a real American. This is also mid for International Fight Week. Yeah, this isn't even mid. Dude, 317 isn't even mid for International Fight Week. It's trash for International Fight Week. Trash for International Fight Week. UFC fan convention with the Trace Cortez foot job booth. Book it, kid. Yeah. Yeah, we just had to do that. Yeah. What was your question? Yeah, Dana White, just over here. Yeah, I just want a question. Were you ever thinking about putting a, I don't know, Trace Cortez foot job booth in the International Fight Week convention? Yeah, that's a good question, kid. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see if we can book that. I don't know. It's up to her. Patty versus Moicano. Patty Moicano wins that. UFC got these guys so cooked they don't even remember about shit like this. Yeah. Max might pull a beating on Dustin. He had the most success against Topuria. Yeah, I think Max wins. I mean, you can even look to Max versus Dustin too. Dude, Max arguably could have won that fight. And that was short notice, up a weight class, coming off the couch. Merab destroyed Sean 4-1 in the first fight. I had it 3-2 Sean. Merab didn't deserve the rematch. Nah, he did not deserve the rematch. Cortez is an MMA girl 9 out of 10, but regular girl 7 out of 10. No, I don't want. I'd say 7.5 out of 10 for sure. But as an MMA girl, she's an 11 out of 10 because you got to think about it. When you think as an MMA girl, who are you comparing her to? Virna Jandiroba, Jessica Andrade. So compare Cortez to any of those girls who look like literal men. She's like an 11 out of 10. Max was drained versus Ilya. I think that played a part in him getting KO'd. Ilya probably still finds a KO, but he bulked up for lightweight when he... Yeah, but you got to think about it. Max asked. After Max beat Justin Gaethje, he asked for Topuria. So it is what it is. The way I see it, Merab won and controlled 24 minutes of the first fight. Sean won 1 minute with teeps at the end. Okay, that's why you're disabled. Straight up. Take your wheelchair out of here, buddy. Who are you choosing to win, McKinney versus bald Russian dude? Bro, put some respect on Vyashev Slavaclaus Borshev, okay? Are you kidding me? He had a war with, oh, what's his name? Oh, what's his name? He just fought. Sadikov? No, not Sadikov. Sal something. What's it? Who's the guy that just fought? Oh my gosh, how am I forgetting this, dude? Nazim Sadikov, right? Sadikov, yeah. Nazim Sadikov. Yeah. Dude, rewatch. Have you guys watched that fight? Have you guys rewatched? That was one of the best fights I've ever seen. He literally got destroyed. It was the last card. Yeah, it was. No, Nazim, who fought on the last card, when he fought Borshev, that was one of the best fights I've seen. Jose Cortez foot job booth. Look, kid. Best we can do is Molly McCann. Yeah. Come on, lad. Come on in, lad. Yeah, come on. What are you coming and waiting for? Come on. Come in. Get in. I've got a little bit... my foot feels like a sandpaper, but that's fine. Just come on. It's going to hurt a little bit, but man up. Don't be a little baby. Don't be a baby. Come on. Here's a can of Coke and some chicken on your way out. T-City. I'm looking appreciating Ilya more. That's good. Moicano getting his ass whipped. Remember this? Nah. Stop falling for rage bait? Nah. Anti-wheelchairs confirmed. There was a round in the middle where Sean versus Merab won. Could have went to Sean. Yeah, 1, 3, and 5 are all Sean. You had a war with him. It's okay. Take your time. Casual? I'm not a casual, bro. Stop it. I don't get why Patty's so happy after that victory over Mike. He called out Arman, but dude, Arman's too much for him. Nah, Patty does not want Arman. No. Come on, lad. Come on, just come in the booth. I know you want to see it. Come on in. Feel Molly's feet, mate. Come on. I'll give you a prize after. You get a free gift. Come on. It's not gonna hurt. Does him come back out of nowhere? Yeah, where you... Dude, Vyashev Borshev was like wobbled the entire fight when he got dropped. Mimic Patty's accent again. Nah. Merab Come on. Molly McCann's waiting in the back. She wants to give you a little FJ. Come on. She's not done it in a long time. It's a kind of a... She just enjoys doing it. Come on. Just do it. Do it. I'll give you an autograph. Come on. I feel like Molly has a girthy... Okay. Molly with a girthy 4. Come on. Take this 4. Take this girthy 4. Come on, lad. Wives UFC BJJ a thing, bro? Who was watching that? I feel like a lot of people probably. How lame is UFC BJJ? Ugly at belt and pipsqueak zesty champ. Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what. Why? Why? Why do BJJ? It's like the least. Do kickboxing. Why? Why are we doing BJJ? That's like that's like the last thing people want to watch is BJJ. Have you guys tried watching a BJJ tournament? I can fall asleep to a BJJ tournament. Do kickboxing. Why BJJ? That's the least entertaining part of MMA is like the control time. BJJ easy sport to market. Kickboxing is way easier to market. Nobody in the US watches kickboxing. That's complete. It's a complete. You're introducing kickboxing to a whole new market. If you can grow kickboxing in the US, you can make a multi-million-dollar company. Like, dude, I'm not watching BJJ. I'm sorry. It's hard to watch. I don't care how good you are. I've watched some events here and there, but it's just like it sometimes it depends on the styles of guys that are fighting. Like if you guys I think it was Nicky Rod's no. Yeah. Nicky Rod's last fight. Super boring. Control time, laying on top. Stop it, bro. You see BJJ have fake views on the live stream? Yeah, I know, I heard. They had like $1 million, $1 million views, and it was like taken down because of it was like fake views. Completely fake views, bro. MMA is not government recognized sport yet, and still the presidents sit to watch it. What do you mean it's not government recognized? Government doesn't recognize sports. J-Rod, not J-Rod. Uh, Nicky Rod, no? The older one. I forget. UFC BJ first title. Yeah, UFC BJ. Yeah. Where's Caleb Walcott? No. Glory events are crazy. 100 was an amazing event. Yeah, if you brought like glory level events to the US market, dude, come on. BJJ is like golf. Yeah, exactly. It's so casual. Gabby Garcia could get it. Yeah. Lock this man up. Lock this man up. I say people saying AOC a torta. Ah, dude, AOC can get it, bro. Does she have Instagram? Dude, AOC can totally get it. 1,000,000%. Especially as a torta. Get some weight on her. I mean, come on. She might be a communist, but I'm trying to communist type shit. BJJ. That's a tough one, man. How can a sanctioned sport not be a government? Yeah. I hate Mikey Musamichi. He's such a nerd verge. True. Yeah. Mikey Musamichi is a big verge. He does give off like huge verge energy. Mikey Musamichi is good. Bella Mir. Yeah. Frank Mir's daughter. Yeah. But I'm not watching BJJ. I don't care. If it could become the most popular thing in the world, I'm not watching BJJ. We gotta socialize AOC's box. Yeah, yeah, her box. That's crazy. You prefer to see BJJ than slap? I'm just saying. Yeah, I know, but dude, of course you rather see BJJ over power slap. Power slap is like complete and utter garbage. But BJJ is above it, but it's like you're just above garbage. You're just barely above garbage. That's not something you should be gloating about. You know? It's like saying I rather watch, you know, I rather watch you know, gay porn over the human centipede. You know what I mean? I'd rather watch gay porn over the human centipede. It's like, well, neither of them are good, but one is definitely better than the other. You'd rather watch Fuda. Okay, of course. We need more trash talk. I liked it when Strickland gave up his back and would talk shit during the match. Yeah. Or even if you do like gimmick fights, like Gabby Garcia versus Craig Jones, where you have the build up, right? But it's just like Mikey Musumeci is like the least marketable man in the entire world. Shit versus horseshit, yeah. Hackles the Verge for sure, yeah. Lots of Verges in here. Lots of Verges. Most people in here give off huge Verge energy. James Dillon, not a Verge. Big Ank MMA, huge Verge. Hackle Verge. BL Sides Verge. Leon's Bald Spot, not a Verge. Okay, I can tell. Okay, buddy. Funny. Mikey would have success in MMA? No. Mikey would have the same success as a Ryan Hall. Dag, not a Verge. 100%. Not a Verge. Real recognize real? Yeah, real recognize real. 100. When someone disrespects me, I show them who the line is. Jesus, wow. You scare me, dude. You scare me. No one said anything about BJJ, bro. Chill out. Yeah, bro. Nobody said anything about BJJ, bro. Chill out. Strickland got subbed after talking smack. Yeah. I'm 23 and still never kissed. Yeah, I'd end it all if I were you. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. You're kind of cooked, bro. You're kind of cooked. You're kind of cooked. That's bad. That's bad. 23 never kissed? Yeah. I mean, at least, what do you guys think? 5 terabytes? At least 5 terabytes. What, 6 terabytes? 1 terabyte? 23 never kissed? Yeah, you're done, bro. At least you got a hole in the wall. Yeah. Hmm. Dude, who are these guys? Oh my gosh, I missed so much things. I'm gonna end it all. Yeah. At least you got Com 9. Yeah. What does everybody go? Body counts mean killing people? No, body count does not mean killing people, bro. I can do anything, but there's something we call love. Virgin. Man, I miss Pride FC and Strikeforce. I was Golden Age MMA. Yeah, I like watching old Pride fights. Like or not Pride fights. I don't like rewatching Pride fights. I like watching Strikeforce fights. Like DC. I remember DC fought like this roided up white guy covered in tattoos who could barely move because he had so much muscle. Or even Ronda Rousey versus Misha Tate. I think they fought in Strikeforce. Can't believe Movzar and Ilya were scheduled to fight one day. Yeah. Movzar Ilya were scheduled to fight. That didn't happen. Zabit versus Yair was supposed to happen at some point. Lots of things. Watching some solid goons back in the day. Let's go band for band. Nope. Leon versus Hamzat fell through like 3 times during COVID. Yeah, true. Are you familiar with? No. When am I becoming mod? Never. Never, mate. Never. Fuck you, mate. Never. You're never becoming fucking mod, mate. Can't. Yeah. Yeah. About to crash out? Oh, okay. Give mod to. No, I'm not. Do you listen to the song I sang you? Can I be your manager? Bro, what would you do as a manager? You wouldn't do shit as a manager, man. Why do I need a manager? What are you gonna manage? I got nothing to manage, bro. Can an LGBT member become a UFC champion? Yeah, we've already had one. What do you mean? Can one? John Jones is LGBTQ, and he can manage your love life. Yeah, never gonna happen. Never going to happen. Never. DDP is already, yeah. John Jones was the first gay champion, um, and DDP is the second gay champion in the UFC. So yeah, maybe being gay is paint habits still good, right? So maybe that's a good base for MMA to be a little gay. Nunez already impregnated a woman. Yeah, Nunez. Yeah, yeah, the women. Half of the women in the UFC are lesbo. Strap on me, no lesbo. Do you think Tabo will make a huge comeback, get his hype back? Not against Philip Lima. Not against Philip Lima, but maybe against someone else. You guys have any movie recommendations? Could see Tab again at KO. I could see Tab at piecing up Philip Lima, but if Philip Lima goes like with like the proper game plan, the proper game plan, actual proper game plan, then Philip Lima should win relatively easily. Talbot liked being manhandled in his last fight. Yeah, and Philip Lima is going to manhandle him even worse. But the thing is, will Philip Lima make weight? Do you think Philip Lima will make weight? I think it's a hard one. How many more do you think Izzy has left? 2 or 3? The girl next door? There's 2 different ones. There's one from 2004, and then there's one from 2007. Then there's one from 2004, 2007. Which one are you talking about? Then there's one from 1998. Dude, what kind of movie is A Girl Next Door, bruh? Romantic comedy, a rom-com? Ah, this guy's gay. Gay! Final Destination? Okay. The new one? I've seen the new one, but I don't like going to the movies. Islam said no one is talking about Ilya Charles. What do you think? No, everybody's talking about Ilya versus Charles. What do you mean? Dude, has Islam killed the 2-3 years meme? Has Islam killed the 2-3 years meme? Dude, I saw Islam do an interview where he kept bringing up the 2-3 years Dagestan meme, and it kind of made me cringe out like a lot. Islam was saying like, this guy saying, let's go 2-3 years. Come to Mahachkala 2-3 years. Did y'all see that interview? Islam is saying there's no hype promo for 317 in an interview. That's pretty fair. No, there's quite a bit of hype, but I mean Dana White is focused on UFC BJJ. Oh my god, like kill me, please, Dana White, kill me, please, Dana White, please, pink Dana White. We need pink Dana White back. We need Dana White to get fat and hop off steroids. Watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. Sounds familiar. Oh, I've seen that one. Freaking Dude, I don't like Koreans. Bollywood movie? Yeah, you're banned. Scream 4 is a banger. Okay. Watch the place. Bro. Okay, maybe I'll watch that. Big Unk, I just watched it 2 nights ago, unironically. Okay, I remember when Islam got mad at Dustin for calling him a mother F. Yeah, dude, last thing you want to do is call a Dagestani a motherfucker, bro. We need Dana White on New Year's back. Yeah. Pain. Someone put Dag on Hollywood? What is that? Jump Street? Nah, that's a classic. I've seen that one. I got enough movie recommendations. I think we're good now. The Smashing Machine. My hair is 16. Yes, cut it. 16 inches long? What the fuck? More than a foot of hair as a dude? Yeah, bro. Unless you got long hair like me, where it's like super flowy and super dope. Like it looks like I just came off a beach right now. I mean, come on. You cannot make this up, bro. You seen the Expendables? Yeah. Stop gooning in the coffee drive-thru. That was one time. You heard Roadhouse is getting a sequel? Really? Probably because it was so big. Right? That was a pretty big movie, especially for Amazon. You little like an Amazing Spider-Man movie hero? Okay. Please put on. No, I'm not putting on Toby Chip, buddy. Spider-Man with Toby is go. Dude, the Toby Spider-Man is probably one of the most relatable superheroes. Toby Spider-Man is great. I love Toby Spider-Man. I wish they made more. Why does Dana White refuse to promote fight is genuinely confusing? Because he doesn't care about it. Dana White does not care about the UFC anymore. Nobody cares about the UFC. Dana White sold the UFC. He has no interest in the UFC. Andrew Garfield, best Spider-Man? Yeah, nope. You're stupid as fuck. Dana White has no control of the UFC. No, he doesn't want to have control of the UFC. He sold it to a bunch of Disney executives. He sold it to a bunch of corporational bullshit. Like he's just done, bro. It has no soul anymore. It's bad, man. It really sucks. Like we need someone who genuinely cares about the UFC in leadership of the UFC, not some nobody. Right now, nobody's in control. Dana's last hope was John Jones. It wasn't even John Jones. Dana White wasn't even like. I don't even think Dana White cared all too much about John Jones. He wasn't even that passionate about John Jones. Really, you look at it, he was not passionate about John Jones. I can tell how old y'all saying Andrew is better. I know, right? Yeah, that's how you can tell someone's a YN. Is when they say that Andrew Garfield's better. They young. Nobody can actually get it. Who the hell would Dana White give his company to? Lucas Tracy. No, I'm kidding. Lucas Tracy. You think Hunter Campbell? How do you think Hunter Campbell does if he replaces Dana? He would not be able to replace Dana. You need someone who genuinely is uber passionate, super passionate. Like Dana White needs some young guy who is like so beyond passionate about the UFC. Why would Dana give it to him? Dana's one that's trying to switch to the better sport. BJJ? Dana White's literally been focused. You're saying Dana White's trying to switch to the better sport? You know what sports Dana White has been trying to switch to? BJJ, power slap, and boxing. All three of those sports are on the same level. Hunter does care about the UFC. I mean, maybe, but not as much as prime Dana. Tom Holland was my childhood, yeah. Miles Morales was my childhood. Yeah. Um. Yeah, it's true. Power Slap and BJJ are better than UFC as well. You're hilarious, bro. You're hilarious. Dog, boxing is king. Did you see that interview with or that sit down podcast, whatever that was? The cringiest thing with Dana White, Terrence Crawford, Canelo, Shaquille O'Neal, and Tom Brady. Dude, that was so cringe. Dude, that was so cringe. That was unbelievably cringe. Dude, Tapurian won. I got Tapurian too. Like them both, but I hope Oliveira wins. Nah, I don't want to see Oliveira win. I want to see him knocked out. If Oliveira wins, then 155 is a trash division. They need Topuria to win. They need Topuria to win. Didn't watch it, but imagine it was cringe because of Dana. No, it was cringe because of Canelo. Because Canelo would be like trying to start beef with Terrence Crawford, and you just have everybody in the comment section talking about, dude, what's Canelo learned English, dude? He became a savage, dude. Whoever taught Canelo English is a complete savage. Like, he's just the most cringe guy ever. Canelo's like just running away from Benavidez, is on a bunch of steroids, trash fighter. Anytime he fights anybody who's different, who's decent, anytime Canelo fights anybody who's decent, this guy completely shits the bed. Dana probably getting egotistical. Yeah, Shaq shows up to stay relevant. Yeah, I think Shaq is like a no soul, but good for him, man. He's making money. UFC wants Charles gone. I want Charles gone too. Drew Canelo's the second worst person there. That's true. No, he's the worst. No, yeah, I'd probably say Shaq is the worst. No, Canelo's the worst. Tom Brady second. Crawford, Shaq, Dana. Dana's the best man there. Canelo can beat good fighters. You just won't fight them. I know, because boxing is trash. Boxing's trash. I want to see Ilya submit him more quicker. More quicker is not a word. I mean, I want to see him submit him quicker than Islam did. Make it look easy. Yeah, I want to see Ilya go out there and I want to see Ilya go out there, dominate Charles in the grappling, because Charles Oliveira did actually pretty good in the grappling against Islam. Canelo ducked Benavidez, true. Shaq showed up to make people forget about his... Really? He has those? Would you pick a fight with Big Onk? Yep. Dana's the worst. Who are we kidding, you little glazer? How is he the worst? How is he the worst? What has Dana White done that's bad? Oh, what? He slapped his wife, dude. Everybody does that. Everybody does that on the entire earth. We have all done that. Okay? Back in school, back in high school, bro, we used to slap teachers all the time. No, he didn't do good against Islam? Yeah, he did. Charles Oliveira reversed the position, got up to his feet against Islam. Were you shocked when Islam smoked Olives? I don't say he smoked him. Like, Charles Oliveira gave up. But Islam wasn't dominating Charles, no. Shaq has accusations, but who doesn't? At the high level, who doesn't have accusations? What has Dana White not done that's bad? Started the UFC. Okay. During COVID, I mean, this guy was helping out his people, his employees. Didn't Dana White sleep with his... No, he did not. No way that's true. Dana White stepsister. Dana White's mom claims Dana slept with his wife's sister. It's completely different, bro. That is completely different, bro. Yeah, that's completely different. Completely different, bro. I'm sure Sheikh Turkey has a dark side. I mean, bro, of course he has a dark side. All the Saudi Arabian princes have a dark side. And the dark side is the shit stains that are on their clothes from having OnlyFans girls shit on their chest. Still, though, no, it's not that bad. A slap is nothing. You got to make your main and side piece fight each other. Yeah. Like that one scene in Django, right? Where Leonardo DiCaprio got the two guys to fight to the death. So that's how you become a real pimp. Get your hoes to fight. The most important thing is that Ilya becomes a champion and defends his belt 2-3 times. Then Islam becomes champion. Till that time, UFC is Ilya Islam and welterweight world champion. No, this is what's gonna happen. Ilya is gonna knock out Charles Oliveira. Islam's gonna lose to JDM. Islam's gonna move back down to 155. Fight Ilya Topuria. And then lose to Ilya Topuria and get KO'd. And Islam's going to go on a Tony Ferguson level losing streak as karma for Khabib pulling out of the Tony Ferguson stuff. Didn't Dana slap it? No, he did not. Stop making stuff up about the GOAT Dana White, man. The GOAT. Literally created UFC. Actually created this shit from nothing. Before Dana White, fighting, no one even knew what fighting was. Not happening, it's happening. Get ready for it. Get ready for Islam to get KO'd and brutally destroyed by JDM. Live on TV. Never forget when Mike Tyson smooched Hasbullah's neck? Yeah, true. True, bro, yeah. But I mean, everybody talks about how Hasbullah's like, oh, dude, Hasbullah's a grown man. Hasbullah's a grown man. Why are people acting like Hasbullah's a kid? He's a grown man. Bro, Hasbullah, first off, is 22, so I consider that a grown man. Yeah, sure. But if you don't think Hasbullah mind is like something of like a 16, Hasbullah's mind is at maximum a 16-year-old. Maximum a 16-year-old. Maximum a 16-year-old, bro. Like, Hasbullah's mind is definitely underdeveloped. It's not a 22-year-old mind. His head is like this big. If you think a regular-sized brain can fit in a head this big, you're stupid. He's not like a regular midget where their head's like a regular-sized head and the rest of them is underdeveloped. Hasbullah's looks and has the body of a kid. Hasbullah looks older than you, gang. All right, says a guy who likes boxing. Dana White will protect Zesty Jones at all costs, but throw Ilya Islam into fights with killers. Bro, what? He will protect Zesty Jones? He literally is only offering Jones a fight with Aspinall. What do you mean protect him? How's that protecting him? You said Dana White starting the UFC was the one good thing he did. So how's that going, mate? Great. Dag rage baiting again? Nope. Dag, I graduate high school today. Congrats, man. You just came back. Congrats, bro. Hasbullah's the kid Tyson said he would eat back in the day. Yeah. Islam will lose against JDM and will fight Usman. That you can imagine your scenario. Islam will lose against JDM. That's correct. But will he fight Usman? No, I think he moves back down to 155. I don't think he's going to stay at 170 at Walter White. I don't think that's a good idea to stay at Walter White, especially losing to JDM. Especially losing to JDM, bro. Yeah. Do you like JDM? I like JDM. Yeah. At 170. I think he's probably my favorite at 170, yeah, right now. But I like Islam too. I like Islam. But it's just that he has so many glazers that don't know the facts. The facts are that Islam was 2-2 going into the 5th against Dustin. Okay? And that Charles actually did pretty good against Islam. JDM nonchalant submits Islam and then acts like nothing happened. Yeah, I just want to get a fight, and yeah, great fight. I beat him. I don't know how to do Australian accent. Crazy how low the skill level in the UFC is. Yuri and Hill became champ. Bro, Hill used to be great. What are you talking about? Hill is a great fighter. He just had an injury that set his career back. Yuri is good. What do you mean? Low skill level. As if Yuri has lost to what? Alex Pereira twice. Who else has he lost to? Jamal Hill is great. He just had an injury, which reset his career path. Hill and Yuri were champs. Oh my days. Yeah, both of them are great fighters who would completely destroy every boxer in the history of boxing in a street fight. Hill and Yuri would completely destroy any boxer in the history of boxing in a fight in the street. One leg kick, a boxer's going to the ground and saying, "No, bro, you cheated. No, I want to go home. No." And then dying. Hill falls over on his own feet the way he crosses his legs. It's called the drunken style. As a boxing fan, you should know the drunken style. That's how Hill fights. He's the drunken master. Okay, classic technique, the drunken master. Shakur is actually good. No, he's not. He's trash. I could beat up Shakur. I would literally shoot a double on Shakur, take him down, and probably get him with an armbar. I would take Shakur down. He wouldn't know what to do. He'd miss his jab. I would pick him up over my shoulder, throw him down, then jump into an armbar. I'd probably mighty whizbar Steven Shakur, bro. You've been itching for weeks to say this again, but it's Joshua Van fight week. Joshua Van's still gonna lose. Khalil can beat Yuri now. Boxing is king. Have you seen motherfuckers saying Ilya could beat Haney in boxing? Haney would drop Ilya? No. Haney would not. Ilya would KO Haney for sure. Ilya would KO Haney because Haney has never seen speed and dedication like Ilya Topuria. I think in a boxing match, between Devin Haney and probably in a boxing match between Devin Haney and Movsar Evloev, I'm going Movsar Evloev. Boxing match. Movsar Evloev beats Devin Haney. All Devin Haney does is run away. Ilya has no power in boxing terms. He has the most power. Ilya has more power than 3 boxers combined. I guarantee you. Khalil's energy makes something feel off, like he has dead animals in his basement. Dude, he beats people up like he's Batman, dude. Dude, Movsar Evloev has power in terms of boxing terms. If you look at power, Movsar Evloev has power in boxing terms. You put Movsar in boxing, everybody would call him a KO artist. Everybody would say this guy's legit. Francis Ngannou equals best chin in the UFC. Best chin in the UFC? Nobody says that. Goes to boxing and beats Tyson Fury, who's been boxing his entire life. True. That is true. Francis Ngannou, who's known for being one of the sloppiest fighters in all of the UFC with no technical ability, outclasses a guy who's been boxing since the age of 4 months old in Tyson Fury, and the former champion in Tyson Fury. That is so true. The sloppiest fighter in all of the UFC goes out there and beats Tyson Fury in a boxing fight. I mean, bro, that is insane. Imagine how bad boxing is. Imagine how bad boxing is when Francis Ngannou beats Tyson Fury in a outclasses, out-technicals Tyson Fury in a boxing match. Isn't that insane? This guy's known for being the sloppiest fighter of all time. Andy dropped him too. Crazy, bro. Crazy. He fought Tyson. That wasn't even training camp. So sure, yeah. Tell yourself that. Keep telling yourself that, bro. Yeah, Francis does swing like he wants to get rid of something, and then he goes out there and outclasses Tyson Fury. Completely outclasses Tyson Fury. Conor McGregor, known MMA striker in his prime. No, that was not his prime. That was not prime McGregor. It's like, yeah, he's known for his striking, but he was Habib. Habib would have beaten Floyd Mayweather in a boxing fight. Because look, Habib dropped Conor. Okay? Freaking Floyd couldn't even drop Conor, and this guy's been boxing his entire life. Conor put up a better fight than Canelo Alvarez. Conor McGregor put up a better fight in a boxing fight than Canelo Alvarez. Crazy. If Canelo Alvarez that fought Floyd fought Connor, Connor would beat him. Isn't that crazy? Connor would have beaten Manny Pacquiao. Prime Connor, dude. Oh my gosh, crazy. No, dude, prime Connor, the Connor that fought Eddie Alvarez, dude. The Connor that fought Eddie Alvarez would have beaten Canelo. Would have KO'd Canelo. Would have KO'd Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather is nothing. He is nothing, bro. He is nothing. Ilya gets standing TKO'd by Devin Haney? No. Ilya could 3v1 Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and Rolly Romero and beat them all in a boxing fight. Because these guys have never felt power like that before. Nobody in boxing has power. They're all a bunch of lazy guys who don't train. These guys don't train, don't have power, don't care. They just run away and try to jab you to a decision. None of these guys have real KO power. None of them have grind. None of them have any sort of mental fortitude. They all are quitters at the end of the day. They don't understand struggle. Ilya Topuria would just fast twitch, just boom, KO him. Nobody, bro, Max Holloway would beat up all he would beat up Tank Davis, Rolly Romero, Ryan Garcia. Dude, Max Holloway would piece all of that division up. All of those guys up. You would. No one care about Rogan anymore? Yeah. Stop yapping New Jerry. He just dropped with Sanhagen. Yeah. No one cares. No one cares. Joe Rogan hasn't been good since 2022. Max vs. Tank is literally slaughter. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that is true. Dude, Tank Davis would get hit with like a 1-2 by Max, and he would get completely destroyed. Tank Davis would think he's a way better boxer than Max. Try to land his overhand, because that's all he has is an overhand. Right? Try to land his overhand. He would miss it like 12 times in a row. He would gas out, and then Max Holloway would just ba-ba-ba-boom, 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 ba-ba-ba-boom. He would just piece him up for 12 rounds. And he'd probably quit. If you weren't able, he'd probably throw in the towel. In between rounds, Tank Davis would grab the towel from his corner, throw it in himself. Bro, you're talking about Volk? Dude, Volk would completely destroy boxing. Volk would be able to beat everybody in boxing from Steven Shakur all the way up to probably Better BF. Volk could probably beat up Better BF. From Steven Shakur all the way up to Better BF. He'd beat everybody in the way. And he'd probably give Usyk a run for his money. But that'd be a hard fight just because of the weight. Volk got dropped by Midget Mendez. Yeah, but that's wrestling threat. None of the guys in boxing have a wrestling threat. None of them have a wrestling threat. So once you take away that wrestling threat, he does not get dropped. That could beat every UFC champ now. Mendez wrestling threat? Dude, huge wrestling threat from Mendez. Volk versus Beterbiev. Yeah, that's a great fight. That's a hard fight to predict. I'd probably say 50-50, but I'd probably lean 55% towards Volk. People forget Crawford's balling so hard. Yeah, true. Dude, Crawford is trash. He'd probably get KO'd by Ilya. Crawford would most likely get KO'd by Ilya. He'd lose a decision to Volk. All in boxing, by the way. Get KO'd by Ilya. Decision by Volk. Standing TKO'd by Max. Movsar Evloev would probably beat him up. Dirty boxing. And in like a kickboxing fight, Joe Rogan would give Better Biev a run for his money. Modern day Joe Rogan in kickboxing gives Better Biev a run for his money. In kickboxing. In boxing, I'd lean towards Better Biev. I'd lean towards Better Biev in a boxing fight with Joe Rogan, but in a kickboxing fight, I'm probably leaning modern Rogan. I'm probably leaning modern Rogan. I'm probably leaning towards modern day Rogan. Yeah. Don't even get me started on prime Joe Rogan. You can't be for real. Okay, maybe not for Joe Rogan, but prime Joe Rogan in a kickboxing fight with Better BF. I'm going prime Joe Rogan. I'm going prime Joe Rogan. No rage bait. Prime Joe Rogan beats Better BF in a kickboxing fight. Prime Joe Rogan in an MMA fight against freaking any of these boxing guys in a street fight. I'm going prime Joe Rogan. One spinning back kick, these guys are folding. Don't even get me started. Any of these boxing guys in a kickboxing fight, I mean, they're getting destroyed by anybody. Anybody. I think Waldo Cortez Acosta gives Tyson Fury a run for his money. I mean, when you have a guy like Deontay Wilder, who is champion, who literally doesn't even know how to throw a jab. If you go up to a random citizen and ask them, throw a jab, they're throwing a better jab than Deontay Wilder. Okay? Prime Joe Rogan, when he lured... Yeah. Joe Rogan is in his prime right now. Wilder Cortez Acosta got KO'd in a boxing match by another journeyman. Yeah, that's where you were caught. Yeah, but that's because he was paid for it. Waldo Cortez Acosta was paid to be a journeyman. That's he literally got paid to do that. He got paid to take dives, Waldo Cortez Acosta. That's literally basic knowledge. That's basic lore, Waldo Cortez lore. Is that this guy was paid to dive to make a living because he's a real fighter who understands the struggle and not some millionaire like all these top boxers are who literally just get brought up to the top because they have more money than everybody else. Mind you, Deontay Wilder was so good, skill don't matter. Yeah, exactly. Boxers have no skill. Thank you for finally admitting it. Wow. You got caught and dominated? What'd I get caught on? You proved nothing. Waldo Cortez Acosta has 3 L's in boxing, all 3 L's by KO. Yeah, because he had to take dives. He had to take dives because he has a hard life in freaking Dominican Republic. He only fought journeyman. Yeah, I know. That's because he got paid to take. What do you not understand by getting paid to take dives? You don't take dives versus journeyman? Yeah, you do. Because you need to. Who do you think is bringing up these journeymans? You need to boost up a journeyman's resume so then these journeymen can get moved up. Casual? You're casual? I'm not a casual. You're the casual for not knowing he got paid to take dives. Talbot beats these boxers off? Yeah, I think Talbot would 100% beat all these boxers off. 100%. He would literally, dude, Ronnie Barcelos would give a lot of boxers, dude, if you put all MMA fighters and all boxers into a room, if you take the top 20 MMA fighters and top 20 boxers, put them all into a room, who's coming out alive? The MMA fighters. 100%. And probably 19 MMA fighters are coming out and 0 boxers are coming out. The boxers would probably only be able to take out 1 MMA fighter if they all were put into a room. That, because boxers are they're worried about everything. They're worried about their face, their brand, because they're not real fighters. They've never had to fight in life. Okay, all they do is they box. Boxers are not fighters. They're boxers. MMA guys are fighters. Okay? They're not, oh, he's just this, he's that. No. You don't play MMA. You fight. You can play boxing. What are you doing on the weekends? Oh, I'm boxing. What are you doing on the weekend? Oh, I'm cage fighting. Completely different. Talbot knows how to take boxers off for sure. Yeah, for sure. Loki, I'd have to give it to boxing. Oh, Jesus. Hell no. Top heavyweight contender loses, get dominated by Waldo Cortez. Boxing heavyweight journeyman dominates, KOs Waldo, no problem. No. Dude, a top heavyweight contender at dude, if you put Jailton Almeida with the best 5 heavyweight boxers in the world, you put 5v1, you know who's coming out of that room? Put them all in a room. You know who's coming out of that room? Jailton Almeida. You put Usyk, Fury, freaking Joshua, you put freaking Mr. Chinese bang this, bang that guy in there. Dude, Almeida's taking them down and submitting them and choking them out. They wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't know how to throw a kick. These guys are just, they have no balance at all either. Wilder has one good win, true. Pro wrestlers are real fighters now. Only sport where you can be a world champion but beat nobody worth a shit, true. Boxing is the only sport where you can be considered a champion when you've beaten a bunch of nobodies who don't even do this as a full-time job, or we beat a bunch of nobodies who are just trash and get paid to lose. Boxing is the only sport where you can become a champion off wins over guys who get paid to lose. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Bro, Artur Beterbiev loses to Ilia Topuria. What do you guys keep on bringing up? Wait, what's his name? Artur? Who the fuck is Artur? Artur who? Why using first names? Why using first names like you're on a first name basis with these guys? Dude, Artur. Man, Artur? Man, Jake Paul owns boxing. Jake Paul owns boxing. Jake Paul is the biggest name in boxing. Alex runs contained Yuri twice, Hill, and Khalil. Yes. Yuri Prohaska wins over Dominic Reyes, wins over Uzdemir. What are you talking about? Boxing guys literally get paid to lose. What are you talking about? Yuri's the worst MMA fighter I've seen in my life. Yeah, I've never seen any MMA fighter in your life. Ilia Topuria KOs Beterbiev, Bivol, Tank Davis, Rolly Romero, Ryan Garcia, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence Jr., what's his name? Ben. Ilya KOs Ben. KOs literally the entire lighter weight of boxing. KOs them all. Because Ilia Topuria knows how to fight. These guys know how to box, and it's completely different mentality at that level. Bro, what are you talking about? Waldo Cortez Acosta does dirty things to all the top boxers in a kickboxing fight. Crawford can wrestle? Bro, no, and so what? He can wrestle. Oh, you mean he's wrestled people in his hood. Congrats, bro. You wrestled people from poverty. Like, bro, what? Who cares? Send Crawford 2-3 years Dagestan, straight up. Send Crawford 2-3 years Dagestan, and he might be able be able to out wrestle, like, I don't even know. I don't know a guy who has terrible wrestling. Maybe he'll be able to out wrestle like freaking. I don't even know, man. He wouldn't be able to out wrestle anybody. Nobody he'd be able to out wrestle. Crawford would get KO'd brutally by Ilia Topuria in a boxing fight. Do you wish Saki would have fought more in his prime? No. The best boxers in MMA, guys whose base is Greco-Roman, a guy whose base is Thug Jutsu, and an inbred Australian. Guys whose base is Thug Jutsu. There's so many guys with Thug Jutsu. Best boxer in MMA, Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley would KO Ryan Garcia. KO Rolly Romero. Sean O'Malley KO Devin Haney. All in boxing. All of this in boxing. Sean O'Malley, way better footwork than these guys. Way better on the back foot than these guys. Way better on the front foot. I mean, these guys would Sean O'Malley would completely destroy these boxers in a boxing fight. 100%. 100%. What is Devin Haney gonna do? Be on the back foot landing a jab on Sean O'Malley? That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. You watch the Devin Haney fight, dude. The guy, what was his name? The guy Devin Haney was fighting. The guy Devin Haney was fighting didn't know how to cut off a ring. Dude, Devin Haney's opponent didn't know how to cut off the ring. How are you a top-level boxer and you don't know how to cut off the ring? How? How does that make any sense? Sean O'Malley knows how to cut off the ring. He'll pin him against the corner, and then he'll tee off on him with an uppercut, with a jab, with a 2 down the pipe. And these guys would never see this stuff coming. Why rage baiting? I'm not rage baiting. O'Malley got outboxed by Merab. Takedown threat. Takedown threat. Takedown threat. What are you talking about? Outbox. Takedown threat. If Devin Haney was in an MMA fight with Merab would not get hit once with a punch, and Merab would outbox Devin Haney without even having to get a takedown. You think O'Malley would quit after losing a press conference to Rolly Romero? Oh, Rolly Romero, the guy who's CTE ridden, speech impediment ridden, that guy who can barely speak English, even though that's his native and only language he speaks, that guy would win a press conference? That guy, really? The guy who you mean Rolly Romero, the guy who in order to win had to rob some 70-year-old Vietnam veteran from like Cuba who, like, what are you talking about? Rolly speaks better English than O'Malley. Dude, when I first saw Rolly Romero, I thought he was from a different country. His English is so bad. Shut the fuck up, Indian cinnamon roll? Nope. Is it the 70-year-old would kill O'Malley? No, you're funny, bro. You're funny. 70-year-old World War II veteran was beating Rolly Romero's ass, bro. Sean O'Malley would probably get hit maybe 5 times by Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero is trash. Sean O'Malley would piece him up. Rolly Romero is nothing. Look at Ryan Garcia. When this guy's not on steroids, look what happens. Completely melts. Shits the bed. Doesn't know what to do. Look what happened when this guy was not on steroids. He completely quit and melted. Why? Because he's not a fighter. He's not a fighter. He's a privileged boxer like the rest of them. Sean KOs Garcia in round 1 for sure. I believe so. Sean O'Malley would KO Garcia round 1 probably. Maybe round 2. But round 1 would probably be like a 10-7 at least. Sean's boxing is so great when he couldn't chin Merab with one weakness, which should be Chin's best trait. Bro, what are you talking about? Couldn't chin Merab like Merab's never been chinned before. What are you talking about? He's been dropped and wobbled. So what? O'Malley got outboxed by a dude who's getting hit by get away from me punches by Umar. Bro, what are you talking about? It's called wrestling threat. It's called wrestling threat. Okay? Because MMA is not a one-dimensional, boring sport like boxing is, where guys literally run away the entire time. Canelo, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, all these guys just run away. Steven Shakur fighting on a Tuesday evening. Like, bro, what? Last boxing match Garcia had was literal ass. True. These boxers are not as good as y'all think. I know, right? Wrestling threat boxers wouldn't fall for that shit. Bro, boxers don't even fight boxing. And you're talking about they wouldn't fall for wrestling threat. They don't even. Boxers are afraid to box, and you're saying they won't fall for wrestling threat? They run away. They run away from guys who want to play their own game. And you're talking about wrestling threat, bro. They would jump out of a. They would jump over the cage if there was a guy who was looking to wrestle them. They would quit. Why? Because they're quitters. That's what boxers are known for. They're known for quitting. Okay. That's why O'Malley was getting outboxed wrestling threat. Yeah. Finally, you understand what wrestling threat means. Boxers have the threat of somebody boxing them and they still run away. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Boxers don't even have a wrestling threat, yet they still don't want to fight. It's crazy. How are you running away in a boxing fight when you're an actual boxer? Boxing is not the word for a clinch fest. True. Clinch, run away. I can explain to you every boxing fight in the past 10 years. Clinch, run away. Clinch, run away. Clinch, run away. Jab, jab, jab. Clinch, run away. Jab. Clinch, run away. Jab. Split decision against some guy who's ass. Some journeyman. Besides Marty Lewis, these boxers are overrated. Agreed. Marty Lewis, one of the best, but that's different. That's different. It's completely different, bro. Charles chinned by a clinch hook with zero load from Dustin. That's called baiting your opponent. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't understand the nuances of MMA. This is the problem with boxing fans. You guys don't understand the nuances of fighting. You guys just know jabs and twos, a hook and an uppercut. You guys don't understand clinch and jab and decision and decision and decision. Nothing good ever happens. Okay? You guys don't understand that, okay, I got hit. I'm going to pretend like I'm hurt. I'm going to fall to my back so he joins my guard, and then I can reverse position, get on top, and beat someone up. You guys don't understand the nuances of that. You guys just don't. Boxing fans don't understand the nuance. Mr. Zero Head Movement, Oliveira was on a championship run, by the way. Yeah, and Charles Oliveira has real power, unlike these boxing guys. Charles Oliveira would KO Devin Haney as well. KO Devin Haney, KO Ryan Garcia, KO Bud, KO everybody. Everybody would get KO'd by Charles Oliveira. Boxing's a lot more complicated than MMA. Don't even make me laugh, bro. Don't even make me laugh. More complicated? Oh, yeah. Let me run away. This is a boxing fight. Run away, jab. You're lucky if someone throws it too. You're lucky if someone throws it too. Whereas MMA, bro, it's striking, it's distance, it's, there's the clinch, there's in close distance, there's spread out distance, there's kicking distance, okay? There's grappling, there's top, there's bottom, there's sweep, there's submissions. There's everything. Limb submissions, choking submissions. Boxing, you get jabs and twos and running away. That's what you get. And you're saying it's more complicated? Bro, it's the least complicated thing. The least complicated thing. That's why it's so easy for people to watch boxing, because it's so uncomplicated. It's so uncomplicated to watch. Dude, freaking gorillas could watch boxing, okay? Gorillas would not be able to understand the nuances of MMA, okay? They would not be able to understand the nuances. Nah, Devin Haney lost to Lomachenko. This guy lost to Lomachenko. Lost to Lomachenko. He didn't beat Loma. No, he did not. Devin Haney, fraud, no chin, no heart, no nothing. Wasn't Devin Haney's girl the one who was going up to Young Thug in jail and crying because his girlfriend missed him? Casual. That's average boxer. Average boxer has a girlfriend who goes up to Young Thug while he's in jail and cries because she misses him so much. That's your average boxer. I swear that's your average boxer, bro. Manny Pacquiao was one of the last exciting boxers. Oh, true. 100%. 100%. And now he's trying to go back into boxing because he ran out of money because it's a bunch of scams. Manny Pacquiao needs to get back into boxing because it's a bunch of scams. He literally got scammed. So now he has to go back into boxing. So bad, so sad, so sad. Average MMA fighter's a vegan cuck. I don't know any MMA fighters that are vegan cucks. I don't know a single one. I know a bunch of boxers who are just ass, run away, don't know how to fight, jab two, run away, hide. If throw in the towel, I want to quit, I want to give up. Ilya beats Usyk for sure. If Ilya lands a clean overhand on Usyk's chin, he's going out. But if Ilya lands a clean hook on Tom Aspinall's chin, he's not going out. Can't believe boxing fans turn their backs on Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, making enough to fight in their 60s. I know, right? Yeah, making guys like Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, all these guys have to fight in their old age. Manny Pacquiao has to fight in his old age. You know, all these boxers have to fight in their old age. It's really sad. CTE ridden virgins, bro. All right, peace, boys. It's been a good night. Count to 300, boys. Hey, boxing and hackle, count to 300, bro. Count to 300. It's been your boy Dag MMA. Signing out. Peace. Count to 300. Bye-bye.